Here is Corner to the World. Today we're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating session from Andy, featuring a Professor David.
Mm-hmm.
And we're basically looking at what happens when you take a Danish academic, from this super egalitarian culture.
One of the flattest structures in the world.
Exactly. And you drop him into the very vertical, high-pressure world of a Taiwanese research center.
It's the perfect recipe for culture shock.
Yeah.
You've got David, who, he first came to Taiwan for a PhD exchange way back in 2001.
And he just stayed.
He fell in love with the place, the surfing, the diving, all of it. But the professional side of things, that was a much harder transition.
Right. Because he's coming from that Danish flat structure we mentioned.
The flattest. In Denmark, your boss is basically just another colleague, just with a different job description. You manage your own time.
And then he gets to Taiwan.
And suddenly, it's mandatory 8:00 a.m. meetings every single Monday. Supervisors are micromanaging everything, even asking for daily progress reports.
A daily report. Wow, that sounds like a nightmare for anyone used to a bit of autonomy.
It's not just about control, though, and this was one of the key points in the session. It's rooted in something much deeper.
The education system.
Exactly. David pointed out that the Taiwanese system is all about immediate recall. You have to know the answer now. There's no room to say, I don't know, let me get back to you.
Whereas in Denmark, it's the opposite.
It's all about group work. It's about figuring things out. Admitting you don't know something is fine, as long as you have a plan to find the answer. So when David shows up in Taiwan, that, let me think about it, approach, it just looks like incompetence.
And I imagine that friction had to lead to some conflict.
Oh, it definitely did. He tells this one story, it's just visceral, about a radiologist colleague.
Okay.
This guy, he refused to publish his research, just didn't want to. And the boss completely lost it. A public screaming match.
In front of everyone.
Yes. And David, with his Scandinavian mindset, he tries to step in and mediate. Let's all talk this out.
And how'd that go?
The boss just turned to him and told him to shut up and sit down.
Ouch. So,
yeah.
How do you last 25 years in that environment? Do you just give up and conform?
No, and this is the really crucial insight. You have to hack the system. David realized you can't just demand autonomy in a culture like that.
I don't have to earn it.
You have to buy it. And the currency is competence. He just stopped fighting it.
So he did the daily reports.
He did everything. He followed every instruction, hit every single deadline. And once the bosses saw he could deliver consistently, the leash got longer.
He proves he could be trusted.
Exactly. Competence buys you freedom, but then, you still need the internal drive, which brought up this really weird disconnect in the Q&A with the students.
Right. They were so honest about their motivation.
Shockingly so. When Andy asked them why they were there, they didn't say curiosity or a love for science. They said salary and family pride.
That makes sense. Money, making your family proud.
Yeah.
Those are powerful motivators.
They are, but David argues it's a trap. Because academic salaries in Taiwan, unless you're in finance or medicine, they can be pretty low. If your only fuel is, my parents want this for me, you are going to burn out. You need real passion for the grind of research.
Speaking of the grind, I loved his point about the library sleepers.
The students sleeping on their books?
Yeah.
Yes. You see it all the time. Students just face down on their desks. He calls it a total waste of time.
Because you're not actually absorbing anything.
Exactly. Your brain needs to disengage to process complex information. He basically laid out what you could call the David method.
Okay, what is it?
First, you break your huge goal, your thesis, whatever, into tiny achievable targets. So you get those little dopamine hits of success. And then you stop.
You just walk away.
You walk away, go for a run, go swimming, take pictures, let your subconscious do the work. He says the answer to a complex problem is more likely to come to you in the ocean than it is at 2 a.m. staring at a screen.
That is so counterintuitive for a culture that really values face time and looking busy.
Completely. It's trading the appearance of hard work for the reality of sustainable creative output.
So if we pull it all together, the Zani is cultural shock, then adapting by proving your worth, and finally, learning to work smarter by finding a motivation that's actually your own.
It's a great roadmap, but it leaves you with a pretty challenging final thought, doesn't it? In a system that's so driven by external things, salary, what your family wants, are we accidentally training genuine curiosity and innovation right out of the next generation?